dancing on Salman Khan's latest movie that's ready, and now it remains to be seen whether Karnataka Bulldozers are ready for the onslaught, because they have already conceded over 180 runs. Now the chase is on.
Well, Akash, how about dancing as a exercise to get your feet going before the start of the innings? Have you ever tried that?
Oh, well, Sanjay, I've got two left feet, so obviously I can't, but she could. The pretty lady on the screen a little while ago, she would obviously shake a leg or two whenever required. It's not a bad option, actually. I've known cricketers dance for exercising, because it is indeed a good exercise to burn a few calories and get your foot movement working.
And there have been instances where a few players have also resorted to singing songs when batting.
Well, I would like to count myself one of them, because it's just a stress buster. That's what you need in the heat of the moment, where you need to score runs. There is Brett Lee coming in, running in. You know that he's going to bowl at 145 kilometers per hour every single delivery. You want to calm nerves down, and what better way of doing it by singing a song?
Well, Karnataka Bulldozers on their way. They seem to be pretty happy. They just know that they've put up a good total on the board.
Well, early days for Chennai Rhinos. They are obviously off the mark to start with. They would want to pull things back very soon, because these 6 overs may just decide the fortune of the game. They would want to punch holes into Karnataka Bulldozers batting lineup, and Karnataka Bulldozers on the other hand would like to capitalize the power play.
Excellent delivery outside the off stump. Pradeep very tentative at the moment. Hasn't put back to ball on any of the occasions, and he needs to get off the mark pretty early to get that confidence going for him.
That first run is ever so important for any batsman. That was a good bouncer. May have ended it outside the ropes, but I think it was a fairly decent delivery.
Rajiv, oh, that's a poor ball. Should have been put away for runs. You need to punish these deliveries so that the momentum is with you at the beginning of the innings. Otherwise, if you are chasing 9 and over, if you don't get a good start, the run rate can only go up.
Well, that's true. You want to make first impression as a good one. I'm just wondering why these bowlers are actually bowling so short of length. Does it have anything to do with the batsman not wearing a helmet, or they have something else in mind?
Kumar not playing because of a hamstring injury that he sustained when playing last night, and the wides continue to pour in for Karnataka Bulldozers. The weather has been absolutely fabulous for a cricket game, and because of this new stadium, a lot of breeze is flowing through the ground. Wonderful atmosphere, the crowd building up, and nearly 25,000 already watching, and a few actresses as well. She is in line for a contention of a Selcon Cheer Champion Award.
But that is only if she starts cheering straight away. good shot, a much needed boundary, and he's up and running now. He needed one to be put away, and he's done exactly that, and he's got Karnataka Bulldozers inning on the track.
A short ball outside the off stump, and because of the bounce that this wicket offers, he could afford to go over third man.
A lot of field adjustments happening here. Wants his fielders to be in the right positions. What a good hit! Has it gone for the maximum? Yes, it has. Half a dozen to the batsman. He's been outstanding today. First of 4, followed it up with a fantastic 6, which would make any cricketer very, very proud.
Well, his hands following through the line of the ball, and even these boundaries which have been brought in from the normal 75 yards, they still managed to hit the billboards.
A 6, another 4. He is on a roll, and his dugout is ecstatic at the moment. They needed this early burst, and that's what he's provided. A little bit of the whip, just hit it through the points fielder. A slight lapse, but he won't mind that.
End of the second over, it's 22 for no loss. Step up, do their jig, again rest back, so they need to show some amazing level of concentration as well.
And a lot of fitness, and I think they're going to demand for bonus today, because they've been up dancing almost every second delivery. There's so much happening in this game of cricket. Lots of 4s, lots of 6s. A few wickets here as well. And it's been an interesting game of cricket so far.
Hint of some swing for the bowler. Missing out on that occasion was the left-handed bat. But they have got to a good start. 22 is something that is required after 2 overs when you're chasing 180. Oh, the swing, taking the ball away from his legs, resulting another wide. It's very difficult for somebody like him who is not used to bowling with the white new ball, to control the swing.
And that's the thing with this white Kukubura ball. It swings a bit more while it's new, and that is why most bowlers are going to find it difficult to bowl with that new ball. As soon as the shine wears off, the seam gets embedded into the surface, then it's obviously a lot easier. But till then, they must find ways to survive, and not just survive, in fact thrive.
Karnataka Bulldozers have enough batsmen in their fray to challenge this score, because they have somebody like Dhruv, who's very impressive in all departments of the game. There is their skipper Sudeep, who is shown enormous ability with the bat and a good cricketing brain. So we have a good encounter on hand at the moment.
We definitely have the game on our hands. Here is the captain. He's thinking, he's strategizing. His turn will come soon as well. But for the moment, it's the men in the middle who matter. I'm pretty impressed with this field placement, Sanjay, here. It's a bad down offside field. He's going to keep it really straight. If anything, the loose ball is going to come towards the onside. He's got protection there.
Well, that's not the way to bowl. You give him width to free his hands with 2 of your fielders protecting the long on and the deep square leg fence, and you Inviting the batsman to play over mid-off is not a good bowling.
Well, definitely not. It was in his half. He went for it. Got good results. That was another loose delivery. Deserves what it got. A maximum half a dozen to the batsman once again. Karnataka Bulldozers 34 without loss at the end of third.
For regional languages, how can you decide who you're supporting today?
I'm in Chennai. I was born and brought up in Chennai, so I'm going to support Chennai for sure.
That's pretty simple. That settles it. You're a Chennai girl. You're going to support Chennai. But tell us some of the players that you're really enjoying watching.
Actually, I was really surprised watching. They're playing like hardcore cricketers, which is so unbelievable. Cricketers go through this fitness, training and stuff. Being actors, I was just surprised watching them yesterday.
Well, all the stars out there doing a great job, giving all the fans enough of a reason to cheer a lot about, just like you. But tell us, what about the game yesterday? Of course, both the teams had won, and they're coming today, and they're both looking like serious contenders.
Yes, Karnataka is a good team, so is Chennai. Let's see. I want Chennai to win.
I mean, you just a little while ago said to me, now Karnataka is not going to let me in. Does that worry you?
They didn't hear me scream, cheer for Chennai as yet. Let's see after that.
Well, it's a secret between you and me.
Yes.
Lips are sealed. All right, thank you very much.
Come on, Chennai!
They heard that, I'm sure.
Well, she's extremely loud there, supporting her favorite team. Not sitting on the fence. Made her priorities pretty clear, pretty loud. And she's actually in running for that award tonight, I think, Selcon Cheer Champion Award.
Well, and she was asking for a couple of wickets on demand. I know of a cricketer who was just recently felicitated by the BCCI for hitting sixes on demand. That was the legendary Salim Durrani, but I don't really know of a bowler who can take wickets on demand, so maybe she's getting a bit too ambitious.
Well, I won't blame her there. Her team has made her really proud so far. And just sticking with the legendary Salim Durrani here, he's been an outstanding servant of the game. And yes, he would hit sixes on demand, but then I've read that he would actually take wickets. That too, not particularly on demand, but of the best batsmen in the opposition. When they toured the West Indies, he would ensure, in fact, he would tell the captain that I'll take care of Clive Lloyd and Vivian Richards, you take care of the rest.
Does really have a lot of confidence. Meanwhile, Chennai Rhinos are trying to pull it back. They've been hammered for 45 runs in the 4 overs that they've played, that have been played in this game so far. Well, the question mark on their mind, who's going to emerge the victor after this game?
It's a 3-hour pot boiler, a thriller. You wouldn't get to know till the fat lady sings. And I think this game at this point of time hangs definitely in the balance. Nicely in the balance. Both teams are in with a good chance. But then it remains to be seen which one ends up on the victorious side.
Well, all games, all cricket games are thrillers, and this can be a suspense thriller wherein no result is guaranteed until the last ball is bowled.
Smart bowling, smart fielding, keeping the batsman quiet. What a good ball to finish the over. A slight misfield. Will it result in the second run? Yes, it does. Karnataka Bulldozers move on to 48 for the lower three cricketers from the Tamil Nadu region. Brilliant fielding. Is it out? Is it going to be referred? Not to be.
Well, the umpires are very confident. And you see in international cricket that even a hint of doubt is being referred to the third umpire, but let us see if he has got this right on this occasion. Oh, he has been spot on. Why do you need third umpires?
Absolutely. You're on the money. The umpires have been outstanding so far. We've spoken about them in the past as well. Live up to the reputation once again.
Right ball.
Stretches his arms. One going down the leg side, adds another to the sundry.
Well, it's that stage of innings wherein both sides would consider themselves pretty evenly placed. Karnataka Bulldozers happy to get to 50 for just a loss of 1 wicket, and the Chennai bowlers would be thinking that they've pulled it back a bit after the Rajiv onslaught in the first 3 overs.
This is that time of the day as well where the shadows are getting longer. They might want to switch on the lights now so that they take its full effect when it gets really dark. And at times this batting in this time or in these situations under these circumstances is not that easy. Once that shadow of those stands come to the pitch, it becomes a little difficult to pick the ball.
Well, that's one area in which all 4 sides need to show a lot of improvement, and that is in controlling the wide deliveries. I mean, not only for the run scored, but also to increase the quality of cricket, get the overs bowled quickly, keep the crowd interested. I think lesser number of wides that these teams bowl, the greater number of crowds they would attract.
Absolutely, and this product has definitely attracted a lot of people. That's Tata Nano for you. It's got amazing features. It's small but very spacious. It's got high ground clearance as well.
Have you ever thought of buying something like a Tata Nano?
Well, I'm seriously thinking about it actually, because I'm thoroughly impressed with its features. It's one of the safest cars in this segment, and it could be a very handy utility vehicle back in Delhi, where they don't have enough space to drive around. You may want to just add one to your fleet of cars.
Well, a leg bye to end the 6th over. It's 56 for 1. Discussions about getting the right fielders in the right position. The swifter fielders patrolling the boundary lines. Probably the criteria for somebody in 30 overs is not the agility. Probably the senior most guy probably gets the priority of standing at some fielding position like short mid wicket, where he doesn't really need to do a lot of running.
Well, that happens in every form of cricket, whether it is even an international game. You would rarely see someone like Arjuna Ranatunga or an Arvinda De Silva standing or fielding outside the 30-yard ring.
Well, gone are those days. I think cricket has moved on, and fitness and your agility has probably become a part and a criteria for your selections. Supporters of the Karnataka team
But then still you would find an odd Shane Warne, who's defied all odds. He's been there over on the wrong side of 40s. Not an outstanding fielder, but he gets by even in the IPL, which is extremely competitive.
Well, what adds to it is that if you're leading the squad, it becomes very easy because you make the right choices of where to stand. But if you're not leading the side, and if you're slightly on the slower side, it becomes slightly difficult. And if you have one more fielder to hide in the field, it really becomes very difficult for the captain to put the fielders in the right positions.
That was close. Went past his outside edge. So basically, Sanjay, it's all about being fit if you're not the captain. If you are the captain, you can get away with it.
Oh, trying to play the football, but just manages to flick it on to the boundary ropes. And that's what I meant, because these players not really in prime fitness, not able to get down to the ball quickly, which resulted in that boundary.
I think it was Madhavan who allowed that ball to go by. Yes, he has put on a bit of weight, maybe for his next flick.
An absolute wonderful actor to watch, and I can't forget his performances in a movie like Guru, wherein he and Abhishek Bachchan, featured in probably one of the favorite movies of recent times.
And in fact, I still remember Three Idiots. He's been outstanding in that flick too. He's a very versatile actor, of course. Though we haven't seen the best of him on the cricket field yet. He did not bat, he hasn't bowled yet. He hasn't really fielded well either. Drop chance. Fielder committing a harakiri there.
Well, you know the answer of your question straight away, because he is not holding anything back. He's gone over covers as Karthik, and it's pretty clear that Karthik is the one who is being told to go after the bowling and accelerate a bit at this stage.
Understandable. It was a good shot. We've seen quite a few good shots actually in these games so far. I'm thoroughly impressed with the shot over the covers region. I think it takes special ability to do that, and a lot of these batsmen have managed to do that with relative ease.
And that's what has kept the crowds interested, because if you are playing in such a tournament, and if it is not played with all seriousness, the spectators don't really want to come and watch playing when cricketers are not serious, when they're defying rules, when rules are bent for some star players. But here we are playing serious cricket. If it's out, you go in, whether it's the first ball or it's impressive.
Completely agree. And she may just want to cheer the team now, because she could be in for that award tonight, that Selcon Cheer Champion Award.
Well, batsman should count himself unlucky on that occasion, but the pretty face definitely will get not for cheering, but award for being probably the prettiest so far that I have seen,
or perhaps getting the loudest cheer. So that's another award which could be debated upon. The actress who gets the loudest cheer from the crowd may just be in for another award.
There's a loud appeal there for a caught behind. Umpire not convinced. Oh, they're appealing. They're looking towards the square leg umpire, but doesn't really happen that way. Caught behind decisions are made by the umpire, by the main umpire.
There's no harm trying. Looked in the direction of the square leg umpire. A good shot, fetches him a single. Takes his team to 71.
Well, that's the lady I'm talking about. Just needs to cheer a bit louder, and I would definitely recommend her to be given that award for Selcon cheering champion.
She's actually wearing a t-shirt of Telugu Warriors, so maybe once her team comes onto the field, she might just be in for a lot of cheering. In the meanwhile, Karnataka Bulldozers right platform, and then would want to explode towards the end.
We'll see a change of plan from the Chennai Rhino bowlers. Change of angle, the new bowler coming round the wicket. Yeah, angling the ball away, but the batsman up to the job. Karthik plays it down the ground. This partnership has really developed pretty well for Karnataka Bulldozers, and the right-left combination is also working to their advantage.
Absolutely it is, and I'm not surprised. It happens all the time when you have a left-hander and a right-hander in the middle. It bamboozles the bowler, and if he happens to be a novice, so to speak, because these guys are not professional cricketers, so not used to changing the lines on every second delivery, it gets a little tough for these guys.
Oh, that's a brilliant cover drive, resulting in 2 runs for the Karnataka team. Shanthnoo, in the meanwhile, has bowled with a lot of thought. These are the wickets that he picked up yesterday. He's bowling very straight. You miss, I hit. Picked over the top, but there's protection in the deep.
Shanthnoo was phenomenal in the previous game, but that was at the Chennai Swami Stadium, where the track had something in it for the bowlers, especially the faster bowlers. Was getting something out of the track, didn't need the assistant of the surface there. Got the superstar Venkatesh out, but today he may have to pull something out of the hat, because there's nothing whatsoever in that surface for the faster men.
Only 1 wicket.
Well, there's no pressure on the batsman because the runs are coming freely. They're scoring at over 9 runs and over. There's answer for the economical Tata Nano, giving a mileage of 23 kilometers to a litre. In times of rising oil prices, it's a necessity.
The prices are going through the roof. If you want to do something, be smart.
Only 1.
The Karnataka Bulldozer batsmen are actually doing a very smart job. They're rotating the strike nicely. They're not wasting any deliveries, and would want to continue in the same vein for at least another 4 or 5 overs, so that they can launch a big attack towards the end.
It's another cover drive, but protection in the deep. They run well between the wickets. That's been a striking feature of their innings. So it's 9 gone, 8 out. also a change in the commentary box. In place of Akash Chopra, I have the privilege of welcoming Rohan Gavaskar to the commentary box. Welcome, Rohan.
Thanks, Sanjay. It's a real pleasure to be here. We've got an exciting match ahead of us. The Chennai Rhinos have done well to post a total of 180. And the Karnataka Bulldozers seem to be getting there. Seems to have paced the innings really well. And if they continue in this form, I don't see any reason why they shouldn't chase the target down.
And they seem to be a team which puts a lot of thought in their strategies, and they have a few good batsmen to follow up. Somebody like Dhruv or somebody like Sudeep who can change gears. So, I mean, tantalizingly poised this game at this moment.
Too true, Sanju, because also we saw the strategy and the tactical acumen in yesterday's game. In the way they had their the best fielders in the most important positions, and they seem to have played a bit of cricket. They seem to know the tactical nuances of the game. There we see Sohail Khan, one of the key members of the Mumbai Heroes. They've got an important game coming up because they've lost the first game yesterday. They'll be eager to make amends.
And I think a lot of thought is also gone into, because they're placing the fielders. If you see for the previous shot, they place the cover fielder very fine. I mean, very towards the long off side, so that they want to prevent the batsman from getting runs for the shot that most batsmen are playing over covers. So it's been interesting stuff. Meanwhile, bowler unlucky not to have castled the batter, because a straight delivery, the batsman missed it, but since it was not really directed well towards the stump, Pradeep could survive to fight another battle.
He's got an action a bit like Shane Warne.
Back up.
Maybe not the same kind of accuracy and the same kind of turn, but the action is a bit like Shane Warne.
Sudeep, the master strategist, a very confident captain, a very communicating captain, because even during breaks he urges his teammates to do well. Meanwhile, that has been hammered over mid-wicket for a boundary.
That was an absolute gimme. I mean, that was a ball which should have actually